Hey, I'm the Colorman Movies, and my last video was my non-spoiler review for Black Adam. This is my spoiler review for Black Adam, so let's get started. If you love movies like me, I recommend hitting the subscribe button down below, or like in the video, it helps me out, and let's get started with the review. So, spoiler review. So basically the movie starts off with like Black Adam's origin story. That I thought it was well written, especially later on in the film. I think they did the origin story well. I don't think they should have added any more things in. I think the origin story bit, which is like, it was perfect the way it was, and they shouldn't have changed anything about it. Now we go to like the present day. Black Adam returns by this like little group. They basically there to get a crown. Why these people are after her because they want a crown as well. This is the part that doesn't really make sense. They say the crown was hidden for like 5,000 years, and then they just get the crown like that. They just hop on the rock, grab it, and go on their day. They're just able to get the crown like that. They like no problem at all. They just find it, you know? They were talking about how the crown was hidden for thousands of years, and then they just find it like that. So that part didn't really make sense, but overall it was fine. And then we have Black Adam's return. Then we have Black Adam's return. She says Shazam. He comes, starts knocking down the helicopters, beating up the people that are also trying to get the crown. So like the villains. And then he stops fighting. He catches a rocket. And then it blows up, and he's perfectly fine. And then like he wakes up because he gets knocked out. He basically wakes up in like this Justice League fan room. He's a fan. He's basically like that one kid's, the guy, I don't know his name, but like basically the kid from Shazam. Not the one who is Shazam, but like the other kid who helps him out saying which superpowers are which. That's basically what this kid was. I felt like we didn't get a bunch of him in the movie now thinking about it. No. Because I felt like he didn't get enough screen time in the movie. A baby? No. And then he gets out, and then here's where we learn about like the Justice Society. She's like, Commander Waller, which is like Nick Fury in this universe. She's like, where's the team? And then he talks about who's on the team. We meet Dr. Fate. That's the only guy I know, but there's like this Falcon guy. And then there's like this girl who's smart, and she has like these powers to like, I don't know what her powers were exactly. And then we have like the comedy guy who reminds me a lot of Deadpool. I had Deadpool vibes while watching him on screen. I heard even someone whisper to their friend in the audience, "Oh yeah, he's a lot like Deadpool." Or he said it was like a bunch of Deadpool vibes, something like that. But yeah, he reminded me a bunch of Deadpool. And then Black Adam's like killing off people. He's punching them, zapping them. The kid's talking about, you need a catchphrase for once you kill them. And then like throughout the movie, he like tries to say his catchphrase, but ends up killing them too fast. Then the Justice Society come, and then just like start beating him up. That was fun to watch. I enjoyed watching that. Dr. Fate's getting like these visions of the future, saying that the Falcon guy will die, and yeah, stuff like that. And then we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. There's a bunch of good jokes in between here and the part I'm about to skip through, but there was a bunch of good ones in there. My favorite was like, I think it was Dr. Fate. He's like, stop killing them, and then he's like, and then this guy's just like falling in the background, and he's like, oh, like he, like, what was the line? We lost him or something like that. But yeah, that one was funny. There's also other good ones in there, but I'm not gonna tell you every single joke in the movie. But yeah, we skip through. That boy gets kidnapped. They're like trying to like save him, and then Black Adam, the Falcons, all like, you need to stop killing people. And then Black Adam tells him more of his origin story about how his kid gave up his life to save him. Because the kid was originally Shazam, or was supposed to be the original Shazam, and then gave it to Black Adam, so that's his father. And then, so yeah, and then he gives up being Shazam, and then they like take him and they like lock him up. This is the part where I felt like it was more about the Justice Society. I felt like the movie should have been more towards them. Because like the first half of the movie felt like a Black Adam movie. So everything I talked about felt like a Black Adam movie. Everything from here on out felt like a Justice Society movie. I feel like the ending didn't leave off as banger as the first act. So yeah. And then like this devil randomly comes out. I feel like he didn't really fit the story. I felt like the writers were all like, we need a villain. Oh, okay, let's just add some random devil in and just call that a villain. Okay, sounds good. That's seriously what they were like. The villain made no sense. Well, it made some sense with the plot, but didn't really fit fully. At this part, like I said, the final act is not as strong as the first act. This part is where I was starting to think about like the trailers I talked about in my last review. This is when I started talking about the trailers. Yeah, the Justice Society are like punching the devil. Then instead of the Falcon sacrificing his life, which Dr. Fate sees in his vision, Dr. Fate wants to sacrifice his life and does. Now, Dr. Fate is the most powerful DC characters in the comics. And then in this movie, it felt like Superman could just punch him in the face and then he dies. That's how strong he was in this movie. I don't understand why they killed him off in the first movie he's been in. I felt like they should have like did an origin story with him. I would love to see an origin story with Dr. Fate, but clearly that's never gonna happen. It's just I don't know why they killed off Dr. Fate. I was excited to see him, and out of every character they killed off, you killed him off. But yeah, Black Adam ends up coming back, killing the devil, save the day, the end. And then we go to the post-credit scene. This part, I was spoiled. I was also spoiled for Dr. Fate's death. I was spoiled for Dr. Fate's death today. I was like scrolling through a video. It said spoilers, but then he started revealing just like non-spoilers. So I'm like, maybe he'll tell us, but nope. He just like straight out says Dr. Fate dies. I wish they didn't do that, and I was spoiled for that. Seriously, like 5 more hours till I watched the movie, but it was fine. I wish I didn't get spoiled, but it was still like not like getting spoiled for Spider-Man No Way Home. Yes, I did get spoiled for that one as well, but we're not here to talk about that. I was also spoiled for this post-credit scene. I was spoiled for this one a week ago, which I was upset of, so I'm thinking of like rearranging my social media so I don't get spoiled for like big stuff, because, yeah. But yeah, Henry Cavill, Superman, is back. We got him. Yeah, his suit was a little different, but it was familiar. His hair was a different style. But yeah, Henry Cavill is back as Superman, which is exciting. But yeah, so Black Adam as a whole, as I broke down the movie, gave you guys my thoughts on each individual thing. The movie was fine. It's just, they could have made it better. because I did not like the second half as much as I liked the first half, which is why I think why I will forget about this movie in a week, and why I felt like I didn't like the movie as strong enough because of that. Now breaking down the movie, I'll give it an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes instead of a 78. But yeah, overall, first half was better. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys all next time. Goodbye.